Alrighty, folks, we are back with more Dark Tide. So here are the cast. So let's get this on. So who are you? What are you? And to celebrate, was it National National Random Acts of Kindness Week? What's a random act of kindness you've done recently? Starting with Tom.
Hello. My character is Anna Schwartz, a Grey Warden, and a random act of kindness. I don't know. Haven't really done any random acts of kindness. I'm a miserable old sod.
You've worked out the maths for you and Zeph.
Sure, I've done some maths. That's
Done
a
some
random
maths.
act of kindness.
Maths is kind.
It is kind. It is kind for those of us who struggle. Yes,
Amy.
it is much appreciated. Hello, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Yosef, our grumpy Dalish healer. My random act of kindness wasn't this week, but recently I have been sending my very best friend I love you messages because she has been missing home as she emigrated to America, and we're in Scotland. And she was missing home, so I decided that I would send her I love you or you're beautiful, I hope you have a nice day kind of messages, just to cheer her up.
All right. Eden?
Hello, I'm Eden. My character is Wraith. He's a Tevinter mage, come mortician, and sometimes lawyer. And the random act of kindness that I performed recently was buying snacks for people in the office. I just randomly just thought, sod it, I'll buy some sweet stuff. Got to get through the working week somehow. Yeah.
I remember when I bought very serious people Kinder Eggs each because I was determined that they should all have a bit of fun with their life, and I got a complaint put in about me.
For Kinder Eggs?
What?
Yeah, for buying serious people Kinder Eggs. Anyway, and finally we have Mr. Helking.
Hello, I'm Helgen. I'm playing Fargus, the fluffy eldritch abomination of the group. And most recent act of kindness, I guess, is either going to the shops to buy my brother a Red Bull or making a ramen for my uncle who came over last week. So, there's that.
All right, so that's the players. What happened last time? It's been a while.
Okay,
we rescued our cat person from the Fade, successfully. However, there's a demon I think we unleashed. So Ruth's a bit worried about that. And we are all fully fledged Grey Wardens now.
Yeah.
We survived.
We survived our journeying. And then we woke up after we rescued Junie from the Fade, and I'm not sure what happened after that. I think that's how we ended, but I'm not sure. Can't remember.
No, I think that was the last time I remember it. Alright, well, we will go from there. So you've had time to recover from rescuing Junie from the Fade. And one time when you've sort of woken up and you're all sort of sitting around, very half awake as ever for those days, having food. Yevon comes up, sort of runs over to all of you and goes, "Right, he's all free at the moment. You're not doing anything right now."
No, we're not doing it.
Somewhere around here is Babas, right? And I just need you to follow him for a day. Just make sure. Just trust me. Hang on. Where is he? And he sort of looks around and he sort of runs off in one direction, as you're all kind of sitting there, sort of blinking, kind of confused. What's going on?
I have to
I know
follow.
I am.
Are we shadowing someone?
He just. Yevon returns a minute later, just sort of steering this quite old-looking man towards you, who's standing in quite battered and broken armor. It looks very old. He goes, "This is Babis. Babis, say hi." And the man just sort of looks and goes, "The song. It's very quiet here, but the song." Aye, that's it. Aye, you just watch him, all right? He
seems like a nice guy.
He has a habit of just uncovering shit. So just keep an eye on him for a day while I get someone else to do it, will you? And he just goes, "Right, well, I need to get back to it."
Out of character, I'm not. I'm. There's so many things. So someone's having their calling. Someone's coming to the end of their life. So you need to keep an eye on him.
So Yevon has disappeared, and it's just left this man who's standing, sort of pawing the air, going, "The song. The song."
Hello, I'm Fergus. Fergus the Falcon.
He sort of stops and looks down at Fergus and goes,
Looks down, looks up.
Are you making the song?"
I mean, I could be making a song with you. That'd be nice. I'm pretty good at choir.
Yes, we should sing.
All right. You start. I'll jump in if I know the song.
You're
I'm
not
not sure I want to sing the same song that he's hearing right now, if I'm honest.
Well, I can do a backing vocals.
Well,
If I'm not mistaken, this is a sign of darkspawn taint. I'm not quite sure why Yevon's dumped this man on us.
Did you not have the weird dream last night about the dragon?
Did I?
Yes.
I don't know if Fergus dreams.
Very true, actually.
Vargas just like stares up at the sky.
Does Fergus even sleep?
I'm gonna roll for that. I'm gonna see if he sleeps.
Okay.
Probably not. I don't imagine he
I
sleeps.
was gonna say I don't know if Fabric can
honestly.
actually sleep, but yeah, okay.
Does he have eyelids
Can
to
I-
close?
No.
Can I sort
Uh, he sleeps occasionally, once in a moon,
Okay.
just
what
for
are you
fun, is he
rolling?
here?
just for fun, because like he wants to join in whenever you guys are sleeping. It sounds fun.
So a lore check. After you've become a Grey Warden, you have dreams and you're connected to the taint. So, you'll dream about Darkspawn or the dragon, or things like that. And the song that he's talking about, we don't understand the words. It's like in orc, like Darkspawn speech. So we don't understand the words at all. And it's incoherent, and it's like that. You've got a song in your head, but you can't remember the words. You can't remember anything about it. You've just got this vague melody annoying you all day. It's kind of like that. And then when the Darkspawn pop up, you kind of like, it's like a sixth sense kind of thing. You feel it. Kind of.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we'll have had dreams, creepy dreams, and poor. What did you call him? Billis.
Babis.
Babis. Poor Babis is coming to the end of his Grey Warden career. He's experiencing his calling. Sad.
Thank you,
But
Lord
yes,
Master.
you have to be careful though, because there are stories of Grey Wardens that have went into the Deep Roads and became Darkspawn and then turned against their they're like intelligent Darkspawn, and they turned against their fellow wardens and fight on the other side, basically, as mangled creatures. It's
So that's what we're dealing with, like a pre-concept.
well, he's usually when someone experiences their calling, they go into the Deep Roads and they fight to the death and have an honorable death. That's generally what happens. But there's a few books where there's one book especially which follows the path of a Grey Warden experiencing his calling and actually turning cloak, basically, and becoming this like mangled mishmash darkspawn creature that
This
fights
guy-
with the darkspawn.
This guy seems like the second type because I don't think he's in
Yeah.
the state of mind to go down into the dark roads and
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, usually it depends if they're
He's a
driven
bit
mad.
too far.
If they're
Yeah.
driven mad like him, usually they're given like a comfort, like a merciful death. But again, that'll probably be up to Yevon to decide. I think.
Yeah, we should probably ask him about this when he gets back.
I'd like to cast around for some, I don't know, leather straps or something just to tie.
You're gonna make a leash.
No, I was gonna tie. I was gonna tie his.
Child reigns.
I was actually gonna tie his legs together so that he can't do like a full step. You know, so he can shuffle
that's a good idea.
around.
You can shuffle.
Somehow this is
But he
what?
can't sprint. He can't sprint anywhere.
Isn't it? I mean, you could just like. Well,
You're right. I could
we
make a
could-
leash and tie him to a post.
I mean,
But then how would we take him with us whenever we wander around?
are we going to be going anywhere?
Good
I thought
question.
we were having some recoup time.
Gavin
I
just
mean,
said to have a look.
I've not really slept all that well since we drank the juice
Oh
and
yeah,
went into the fade. It was
Just
a bit
about.
hectic.
yeah. Being a father is really annoying. Did you say something?
The juice.
I have been with one woman in my entire existence, and that was the first and last time that ever happened. So
Yeah.
that is extremely unlikely.
Oh yeah,
I spawned something.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, that's the mistake I made. Yeah.
I think he's referring to his adopted children.
Oh, what adopted children? I don't got children. What?
All right, fine. His non-existent adopted children.
Yeah.
Don't you have elves, lady elves that you were entertaining?
Oh, they're having a lot of fun with the dancing around the camp and stuff like that. I didn't really need to help. They got the skills for it.
So
I tried it now and then.
as you're having this discussion, you notice Beppis' sister has got down on all fours and is now got his ear to the ground going, "They're down there. The song. It's down there. So loud."
That's a bit worrying.
Oh, I'll get a shovel.
No. Yevon said that he always finds weird things.
Yeah,
really
that's
want-
why it's worrying.
Yes.
It is worrying.
So should we get the thing before something happens that makes the thing underground be mean to us?
What, do you want to dig up the slabs? Is that what you want to do? And do what? Dig through
Well,
the foundations and the whole place collapse on us? No, you
Are we-
idiot. We
are
look for an entrance.
Are we in the camp
Okay.
or are we in the
You're in the
building?
camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
So are we
And
outside?
is this in a building or is it a ruined building?
You're in the sort of tents at the moment.
oh okay.
Okay. In amongst the tents, right?
Yeah, so
fine.
you're next to the kind of the meal tent at the moment.
Mm.
Well,
Yum.
this being
That's
directly
making me
beneath
hungry.
us is very concerning. We should certainly look around and at least, well, can I feel anything like darkspawn sense-wise right now? Like a sense is tingling, and because he's saying it's directly beneath us and loud.
Nothing.
Yeah, would we get a sense?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Maybe
reassuring.
this was it Barbus?
Beppis.
Bevis?
Beppis.
Beppis? B. This B chap is
B chap.
got
Yes.
slightly more acute senses than us, perhaps, on account of being pretty close.
Yeah.
Is there convenient caves underneath around?
Well,
Because-
there
God,
was,
I hope not.
there was mine shafts around because when we had to go into that mine to
Oh, yeah, we
destroy
did.
that piece of lyrium, so there are we do know there are mine shafts around.
Yeah, but he said it's very close. Is that like 100 feet down mine shaft close, or
We don't
is
know.
it literally buried here? That's the thing.
What are they called? You do get like vertical mine shafts sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I suppose we could have a look around.
That'd be just mine tunnels, wouldn't it? I guess.
Marinière or something? Fuck, what's it called?
As you're debating what to do, he stands back up and he goes, I must go to it. And he starts walking.
Shuffling.
Starts shuffling. Let's say
I like
to
the
the
idea
north.
that he takes one big stride and just.
He falls
straight
over,
down.
but seems to sort of start crawling along the ground.
Well, we
Okay.
have our heading.
Anna, I think you should maybe untie him and we just put a bell on him and follow.
Oh yeah, that sounds much more humane. That's not the right word.
Well, at least we don't lose him.
He's crawling. We are not going to lose him.
But we're not going to get there faster.
Well, he's only crawling
fine.
because he tripped over.
Oh, I got an idea. He just lifts up the guy, goes like, point the way! And just kind of like,
I don't think he
Walks-
wants to point. I think he wants to.
it's more like he kind of
fine.
like, he kind of uses them like a dowsing rod. Just
Oh
like,
god.
sees where his head is aimed at.
Put him down! He is a human being.
He is
So why
human.
do we tie him up?
He is human, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He is
so
human.
why do we tie him up?
For now.
To keep him safe for now, but now we. Let's just.
Alright, fine. I'll loosen the things so that he can walk normally but not sprint. I don't
Yeah,
think he's
that-
in the mood to
yes.
sprint
He,
anyway.
he doesn't. His body is moving quite unnaturally. It's like it's being drawn towards something off to the side. He's doing that weird thing where the arms are sort of hanging back behind, but the head is pointing forward.
Well,
Can
that's worrying.
Can I check to see if it's a magical pool or if it's a demonic pool?
Mhm. How would you do that?
I would like to take him by the arm and
Squish him.
Oh.
and just using my healer skill, like my healing magic, to like try and diagnose it.
Okay.
Can I keep these leather straps? They might be
Is it
useful.
it's dot d20, isn't it?
It's /d20, I believe. It's been a while.
I don't know. I'll try that one.
Yeah, that works.
25.
25, natural 20 even. Yes, you sort of squeeze his arm. He seems, as far as you can tell, it seems to just be that he's following the sounds he can hear. He doesn't seem to have any kind of demon-y presence to him. He just seems to be
Okay.
quite happily following the song.
To be fair, like if there was a demon presence near us, we'd have a lot more to worry about.
I don't know. Red lyrium is a big thing, and I'm just like, no. Run away. Run away from the red lyrium. Destroy it, run away.
As
shit
is,
does,
yeah.
that shit does weird shit.
As is, we're just trying to figure out what it is in the first place, so might as well.
So are we, do we want to follow him at a distance or be right next to him is the next question.
When he finds this red lyrium, what is he likely to do with it? Eat it?
He could.
Worship it? Subsume it
take-
into his
or-
being?
Or
He'd
take
sting
it
at
to,
it.
or take it to someone else who could be using the song.
Hmm.
The archdemon itself could be manipulating him through it. So, because we're all connected to it now.
Imagine we should be close to him then, just in case he runs into it before us.
Yeah, probably.
Let's, I'm gonna snag a runner.
Okay.
Say, if you see Yevon, let him know. When Yevon gets back, I need you to tell him that Barbus, whatever his name is,
Pepis.
Pepis,
Pepis.
Bebis.
Pepis,
Pepis.
may have found some red lyrium in a potential mine shaft underneath the camp. So if you could let him know when he gets back.
Vargas just like picks up a loaf of bread on the way out.
You don't need bread. I've got all the bread. I've got all the bread.
Why do you have the bread? That's
Because
lawyer food.
I don't know
I also
why.
have
I
a
just keep
selection of
constantly
breads.
being given it.
Okay. Would he give like some breads if Vargas asked?
Here,
Depends. Why?
take a
Thank you.
loaf.
I'm
Don't bother me.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
take the bread.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
bother
hungry,
me.
yeah. Right, I see.
You'll have to.
Just break it into crumbs, will you? Yeah.
You'll have to look
That's
into
what I
it.
mean.
Butter and jam.
I like eating small bitefuls. He just like breaks it up into little crumbs. And waits until you stop looking at them.
Oh dear. Rolling my eyes.
Ruth's just gonna walk beside Bevis.
Okay. So Bevis kind of wanders off into one of the. He seems to walk straight into. Do you remember the Devinter tent from weeks before?
Yes.
He walks into there and he looks at a chest on the floor and goes, "But it's contained." He just paws at the chest in front of him.
I'm
the way
back.
that a cat would when it doesn't understand what's going on. He's just padding at this
What?
chest.
Cat bapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat smack.
Oh, is
Hold on.
Oh, no, you hold him, and I'm Ruth's just gonna use the end of his staff to like flip the lid.
I can hold him. I'll strap his arms as well.
Okay.
Is this container marked in any way, or in any kind of recognizable
it's-
way that my character might recognize?
As a Devinter, you recognise that this chest is very much the kind of fine chest that a travelling Devinter would use to hold clothing.
Okay.
it that slaver like
Being opened.
is it the slaver chest that captures mages thing? This is
No,
reminding me of that.
No.
that's something different. This is like a large I think it's like a large clothes chest. It's about maybe like a sort of meter wide by about maybe
Right.
let's just say a meter square. It's like a massive clothes chest that a travelling Devinter would have to keep his sort of, I guess, just everyday clothes in. Not the fine clothes, just the sort of the little ones that's not really the sort of everyday wear rather than expensive wear.
Even though, by definition, because this is a fine Devinter, most of them will be pretty posh.
Oh yeah, most of them will probably higher
Daddy.
quality than anything else you have, but
Daddy.
yes.
Yeah, but for them, that's like their everyday clothes. Just anyone remember where we sent the Devinter?
We sent them back the way that we came,
Pretty much.
and all the hell that we went through.
All right, well, that'll
yeah,
do.
yeah.
That'll do.
Ruth's gonna like try it. Can he like pop it open with the end of his staff?
It is closed with a padlock.
Damn.
In a way, that's good. It means our friend Beppis isn't going to accidentally pick
This
it
is
all
true, but we also need to know what's in it.
up. And we should probably quarantine it. Or
Yeah.
bring it somewhere.
Take it out of camp
Yeah.
and
Or
far away.
either we take it to the most well-defended part of camp, or we take it to an outpost outside of camp that is equally defended.
I go with option 2 because that's not shit where we eat.
No.
I got them all. I can smack it.
Don't smack it yet.
Okay,
No.
Maybe later.
Let's just
Oh.
move it very gently onto our cart and carry it to an outpost on the edge of camp, I'm assuming? Or just outside camp?
It's likely to be red lyrium, isn't it?
It is very likely to be red lyrium.
Okay.
What would happen if we burn this then, or like how will we destroy this?
How do you dispose of red lyrium?
Well, we blew it up last time.
Oh, so we can't smack it.
So
Is that enough to destroy it?
it depends how much is there. So we kind of need to open it to see, because it could be just a small thing.
Could be
That
like
a
a little
grenade could
trinket.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. The power will be amplified by the explosion will be amplified by the red lyrium, but at least it'll be like,
But then it will be scattered so finely that it
yeah,
will
won't.
just dwindle.
yeah, it'll freaking oh god, uranium particles like in Chernobyl and stuff. It'll eventually.
It'll be so scattered that it won't be any
Yeah.
more above. Okay.
I've just realised that we're basically blowing up unaccompanied luggage Doing the best job.
Okay.
So,
With the TSA now.
It's a
Yeah.
suspicious package.
so throw it into a very deep hole like a mine shaft, and then blow up the mine shaft.
Well, we did that, and we did create a lot of mess and a potential landslide. I think we did, or like half the mountain collapsed or something.
Well, that's the way to get rid of it.
Yeah, but-
Subsidence. There we go.
But we don't want to like bury camp.
Yeah.
We don't want
Especially
an
if it's a lot of it.
We don't want an Aberfan either, where the whole hillside just like encompasses the entire camp. We don't want that. So.
So maybe find somewhere that's slightly lower down than the camp
Yeah.
instead of above it.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're about to do is make and use a dirty bomb.
We did that last time, Phil.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just that so that we so that everyone's aware that we're doing it for the second week in a row.
No, not
Second week in a row. Last week
It
you
was
were
the
in.
second week in a row.
Would it be a terrible idea to throw it into an ocean somewhere?
Yes.
It would still be able to grow.
It would not be diffused.
Yeah.
Mm.
It would,
Or diffused.
yeah, and it's it's also like an organism as well, where it can like spread. So it's better to like destroy what we have.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
I
but it's
like
got-
blowing.
Yevon's got lots of stories about a port town.
Yeah.
Big clump of red lyrium.
Fish tainted with red lyrium. Don't eat that.
Too late.
Right. Well. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna go get Manny in the cart, and
I'll keep an eye on
Pack this-
Barbas.
we'll pack this up and get on our way.
I'm just checking. Where's Bebis right now?
He's still sort of. He's sort of slumped down on the floor next to the chest. He's got his ear next to it, and he's just stroking the side of it.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay, Fergus, let's get this box.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I'd give you a hand, but okay.
Yeah, he's a big bard. He can deal with this.
Give my back a rest.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to carry it, and then he just like drops it on you.
You just see his legs and arms sticking out from underneath.
Yep.
My chest.
Can I roll to try and like carry this burden?
Do it, do it, do it, do it. Crit one, crit one, crit one, crit one. Dies by chest. Oh, actually,
21. Yeah, you can carry it. You're sweating profusely from holding it for even a second, but you can carry it.
yeah.
Just heaving then, stepping forwards. Oh, I suppose I needed the workout as well.
Yeah. Train those quads in that back. Go, go, go. He
Spot me.
he just encourages you. Yeah, he just kind of like holds his hands gingerly under the chest, just like coaching you as you carry it along to the
Like
car.
crab walking forwards.
As you pull the chest out, Beppis is still kind of lightly. He stops like halfway towards the door, then seems to turn around, and he just seems to be staring at the bed.
Should we be worried about that?
I think Wraith is too busy, like walking out of the door with this crate, with this box over his head.
He's too focused on being your spotter. I'm just going to trust Anna.
What does Anna have to say on this?
An eye roll, perhaps?
No.
I don't know enough lore.
That's fair. That's fair. You're watching over Bebis, so it's
I'm watching
well,
him
just make
closely.
sure he doesn't make like a demon contract or whatever the hell is with this setting.
Yep.
So as Ruth returns to the there we go.
So
As
our
Ruth returns to the
resident-
conversation.
our resident Dragon Age expert, is there any demonic rituals involving beds of the winters by chance?
Say that last bit again.
beds of the winters, because like Bebis is staring at the beds right now.
When they
Possessed
pulled the chest out of the room, Beppis was following and then seemed to stop and is now turned to stare at the bed.
Something else is there then, if he's like staring at it. So I would just like look around the room then.
I think I see why they
Pick up the bed.
Yeah.
If Ruth has brought the cart around, then Wraith will heave and put the box
Are you
down.
alright?
Yeah, he actually managed to hold up the whole chest, and like Fergus is a spotter as he carries it along. Yeah, you're doing it well. You're doing great. One step after another. Keep it up. 5 more minutes.
Plunks down, dying. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm capable of sometimes.
yeah. Bone daddy, more like muscle daddy. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like
Alright.
Beppis followed us out here. What's going on back in there?
No, I'm keeping an eye
Roll it
on
back
him.
in.
I ain't letting him move.
He's looking at this bed. That's very odd. Thought it was the box.
Maybe both.
So anything-
Because I'm holding him, this might be a bit tricky, but can I see what he's looking or trying to gravitate towards?
He walks over and he sits down in the bed. He picks up the what looks like a very
No, he doesn't. I'm not letting him pick anything up.
Okay. He attempts to pick up the pillow, which looks like a very finely crafted Devinter pillow.
Slap that out of his hand. What, you like the pillow then, buddy?
It makes the dreams come back.
Yeah, that's what pillows do. It's called sleep. You ever heard of that, bud? Sleep. You know, nighttime.
Why is Anna so mean?
I am hiding my extreme concern with anger.
Oh,
Anger?
understandable.
Snarkiness, perhaps.
Right. Well, I suppose one of us should look at this bed a little bit closer.
Beppis lies down on the bed and he goes, "Let me have my dreams back."
I think that it's more that the song is distracting him from actually having a dream.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Should we let him sleep? Is it a bad thing?
I mean, we still have to keep an eye on him, but I don't see any harm in them letting him sleep.
Okay, nap time, everybody, nap time.
I suppose.
Alright, okay, that's fine, but I'm taking this pillar and he ain't having it.
All right. I mean, we could check the bed to make sure there's nothing
You check
sinister, but
You check the bed, I'll check the pillar.
all right. So we'll
He-
just lift the bed
wh-
underneath the bed.
When you pull the pillow away from him, he sits back up and he puts his hands out, kind of weakly grabbing towards the pillow.
Okay. It's the
Something tells me it's this damn pillow, isn't it?
Why don't you just stick your knife in it and open it then?
Okay, fine. I don't actually have a knife.
I'm pretty sure.
that's
But is it like a sewn up pillow or like a?
Yes, it's a sewn up, very fancy crafted Devinter looking pillow.
Okay, Fargus like takes out.
Ruth's gonna grab it. Just like no.
What?
He's gonna take out his like
Not yet.
scalpel knife.
You can have it
yeah,
later.
Scalpel knife.
He had an axe out. He was just gonna chop one end of it off.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
well, you can have it later, Fergus.
Oh.
Just hold.
You might even get some more stuffing out of it.
Maybe.
There you go.
That'd be nice.
Potentially.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
my left side's a bit lopsided. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna hold Barbus on the bed. Make sure he doesn't try and interrupt
He's Bebis.
decontamination. Beppis.
yeah,
This is
I'm just
contamination
gonna like
breakfast.
take my scalpel knife and
Okay.
shear off one end and turn up.
As you open the pillow immediately feels slightly colder than most pillows would to you.
Oh.
That's concerning.
Well,
Well,
we
actually,
have
I
a
don't know, do
pendant. We have an amulet, do we not? That's cold.
It's just like a charm or something.
I'm gonna like thingy out the stuffing to see if there's anything in it.
You put your hand out and pull out the stuffing. You find there is indeed lots of very thick, looks basically kind of like wool stuffing, but interlaced throughout the stuffing seems tiny, tiny pieces of lyrium.
Oh fuck!
Blue lyrium.
Blue lyrium, and as you hold them up to the
regular
light, as you hold it up to the light, you see that they have a very strange, like red veins running through all of them.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
Oh,
halfway, isn't it? Between
Yeah,
red and
that's
blue.
that's a tainted one, isn't it? This lyrium's been
But
newly
the
tainted.
dreams are coming back. It'll help me sleep.
No, this'll make you worse. This lyrium.
I am tempted to clock him over the ear just to make him sleep for a bit, but
I'm gonna put it back into the pick up all the pieces and put them back into the cushion, and then just tie up the end.
mind your
Like that?
fingers.
Yeah,
Oh, we definitely can't let you have that, Fergus. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Oh,
I've gotten your hopes
I
up.
wouldn't trust
Oh.
that stuffing either. You don't want to test it too much.
Too bad. Like, it gets really, like, warm in the summer, you know, being, like, a big feathered stuffing bird. So I kind of like the idea of having a cool pillow. Oh, well.
Not this pillow.
Not this specific one.
Okay.
If we find another cold pillow, we'll let you know.
gonna put that on top of the box.
All right, time for a quarantine, methinks.
Yeah, so let's ride out of a little bit further out of camp. Burn this all to the ground.
Have we managed to open up the chest yet?
Have you been
No.
trying to open the chest?
You want to?
No, not yet. We should
Yeah, so
probably get some explosives as well.
Yeah. I'm
before we head out.
gonna go see the quartermaster, see if we can have a smallish keg of gunpowder.
Okay.
We do actually have lockpicking. No, let's lockpick it out of the camp.
Yeah.
Should we take
outside camp.
should we take Barbas with us? Fuck me.
Bebis.
Beppis.
Bibis.
Bebis.
There's no R in
Might
there.
as
It's
well.
Bebis. It's
I gotta keep
Bebis.
an eye on him. Bebis.
Yeah. Might as well.
Bebis. Bebis.
Like Pepsi, but different.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are you just heading out to the random countryside? Or are you going anywhere particular?
I'm assuming we're gonna try and find like a guard tower or something nearby that's got some protection.
Just
but-
like an outpost,
yeah.
so that we can tell the people in the outpost, look, keep an eye on us. This could go badly wrong. Oh, can we also do it in the direction that is on the opposite direction to where the mine shafts that are swarming with darkspawn are? Just to be a
yeah.
bit further away. I don't think it makes much difference, but
We want to be safe.
Away from known danger.
Okay. That's fine. So you head off and you are standing in a... You head towards one of the guard towers that are the opposite side from the docks. And you basically just... you report to the one in charge, who's very confused why you've turned up with Captain Beppis.
We're looking after him. He's a little
confused.
You know what he's like. You know what he's like.
The one that's there seems to sort of... He salutes Beppis, and when Beppis doesn't respond, he looks quite alarmed at you all, like, why doesn't he respond?
I think he's in the clutches of his calling.
He's on the way out. No mind him. We just need him to check a couple of items of contraband.
He looks quite confused at you all, but sort of nods and goes, but Captain, sir, should I be doing this? At this point, Beppis just looks straight at him and goes, pheasants. The taste of pheasants.
Yes,
Yeah,
we'll get you some. We'll have pheasant later.
A hearty dinner for you after all of this.
I'm part pheasant.
No, you're not, Fergus. Come on.
Hey, Oh, but the kids did so much work.
Come on, let's go, Manny.
I'm gonna before we move on to a few hundred meters away from this place in case we go boom in a big way, I'm just gonna give the guard tower commander just a consoling pat on the shoulder, just like
We get it. We get it.
poor sod.
All right. Let's get this show in the road and we'll set up a light show.
Have we got a nice sort of clear line of sight between this place and the guard tower or outpost, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Just in case, keep an eye on us. This contraband may go boom in a big way.
Right. We'll trundle up there then, and then get it off the cart. And I'm assuming, Anna, you're gonna try and open it because none of the rest of us have lock picking.
Exactly. Is it lock picking if you break the lock?
No, it's not. Didn't I do that with the hinges on a box of lyrium
Yes,
previously?
yes. And I tried to slam it shut. It's when I lost my leg.
Yes.
Oh, you've lost a leg.
Good times. No. Well, yes, but not anymore.
Yeah, my leg flying off in the distance.
Oh, you got your leg back.
I got my leg back, yes, but
well, it
it's
wasn't
not
the same
original
leg.
It's
Yeah.
not the same leg.
It's not the only bit she got back either. He got back either. Anyway, I guess we just build like we dig a slight dip.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be huge, just a slight dip. Chuck the pillow in the bottom, and then put the crate next to it, and I'll start lockpicking. Oh, can we send Manny in the cart back to the outpost just in case?
Yes.
Go
back, guys.
You
Or
guys-
You have to walk.
do we not want to leave a trail of gunpowder,
Well, let's see what's inside it first.
and then we could all have a little trail on the car as we're trundling back, and then spark it off, and then just keep trundling on the car as fast as possible. That seems a quicker escape than
Alright,
walking or
alright.
running.
All right, fine.
Well, why do we have to do gunpowder? Like, couldn't we get like a big piece of like rope? Make it
Sorry?
slower?
I said we can all turn our backs on the explosion, like badasses, and just.
Sunglasses just coming down.
Yeah, just like hire a painter just to get that shot.
Do we have any rope with us?
We always have rope.
Always have rope pretty much with you. I think
Okay.
I've learned that from
Just a given.
over
But,
the
I mean,
years.
we've got the whole cart with us. There's bound to be some rope on there somewhere.
Yeah.
For sure. So I suggest we run the rope through the gunpowder. And
Yeah.
we can use
that's
that,
fine.
and then we can get Manny to start trundling away from the end of it, however long that is. Hopefully, at least 10 meters of rope.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that said, you said it was still a dirty bomb, so we have to like bury it? A little.
The dip
no, I wouldn't-
is mostly to concentrate the blast. In the same way, you know how okay, maybe you don't. You know how in a cannon, the reason you have, the old style cameras where they put some black powder and it flashed.
Yes.
To make it actually go boom, you need to concentrate it in so that it can only go one way, like a cannon. It'll only go that way, and that's how you get a boom.
So we found a little bit of a cave or depression that it
Or
directed.
we can just dig one in a natural
Just
kind
dig
of...
Just big one.
Just dig like a foot or two into the ground, just enough to focus it slightly more, so that most of the boom goes in and up
It reduces
rather
the
than
blast
out.
radius as well, doesn't it? It reduces the blast.
If it goes up, would it just go into the sky and get caught by the wind?
Yes, but it'll also be tiny pieces by that point, so because of the slightly increased concentration of force.
All right.
Anyway, so if you guys want to get the rope and stuff ready and the cart ready, I guess I'll do the lock picking and cross my fingers I don't uncover something horrible.
I'm just gonna thread like rum through some gunpowder through the ends of the rope all the way through.
You know what? I kind of regret at this point having a lot.
We have a little bit of oil as well. That might help.
Oh my god, natural 20. Hooey!
There's been a lot of nat 20s tonight. I think the dice spot's trying to compensate for something.
Dice bot's peeling for giving.
Alright, so...
Just you wait. We're gonna start sprinting and we're gonna get a 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be a total party kill. We're just gonna explode the cart.
So
I think, like,
you...
Bless you.
You open the padlock, you flip open the chest, and inside is very thick collection of Devinter clothes. Even though you're not really sure about it, you sort of run your hand over the top of it, immediately it feels like the most expensive garment you've ever felt.
Very fancy. I'm gonna dig around a bit, I think, with something that isn't my bare hand.
He gives you like an axe.
A stick.
So just a stick. Well, yeah, we don't wanna make the axe unusable by sticking it in some red lyrium. So let's use a stick. Yes.
A stick you can throw back in the box.
Yeah. Let's just. So I'm gonna use a stick and just sort of poke around. Do I find anything? Do I need to roll for this?
You do need to roll for this.
What would I be rolling? Flat
awareness.
Awareness being 3. Okay. Well, 15.
15. Okay. You root around with the stick. Eventually, you find one solid thing in the whole box. And as you sort of root around a bit more, you pull things up on top of it, and after about 7 or 8 very thick, heavy Tevinter robes, you find wrapped in a massive piece of cloth what looks like something. It's about 8 inches long, quite heavy, quite thick, and it seems to be sort of throbbing magically through the cloth it's wrapped in.
If that's red lyrium, we're in deep shit. If that's blue lyrium, sure, why not? That's a nice present for Yevon.
Do you want tweezers?
I guess I'll use the tip of a crossbow bolt, just to see if I can undo the wrappings.
Even just a small like tear, just to see the color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What color is inside?
Okay, you tear this small corner away. Immediately, you see a glowing, pulsing red.
Yep.
Suspicions confirmed.
All right. Well, I'm gonna carefully wipe the tip of the crossbow bolt on the finery.
Yeah,
you can still use those?
It should be fine. It should be fine.
And then put it, back. And then I'm going to put the stick, use the stick to push it deeper into the thing. Carefully close it. Put the padlock back on. Actually,
gunpowder.
Let's put the gunpowder inside it. Yes.
Yes.
With the rope sticking into it. Yes, I like that idea. And then we can close it. I don't know if it'll close all the way.
Okay.
We could leave a rock between, so it's just open because you'll need the fuse will need to be able to like get
breathe.
Through as well. Yeah. So just put a little rock to like keep it wedged open.
Mm-hmm.
Fargus begins digging a hole.
Yeah, I think it'll need to be a bit deeper than the 1 foot that we've already dug.
Should I roll for it then?
Or for digging a hole?
I imagine that we're going to be out here for a while. Do I need to dig? Roll to dig?
There's four of us. I think we can all dig.
Well, you say there's 4 of us. There's more like 3.5 of us. I don't think Wraith is particularly good at digging. He may be a mortician, but
I'll roll. So
He's
maybe I'll get another crit. Maybe I'll get another crit. Who knows?
He's looking after Bevis.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting back.
Okay.
Chatting to Manny.
It'll be 11 anyway. Nothing cool. So yeah, we're just going to be out here digging a while.
Standard dig.
Yeah, standard dig.
I just can't. Ruth's just gonna need help getting out of the hole.
I am a bird and I'm digging a hole, digging a hole,
Yes, that's the
diggy
song that
diggy
was going through
hole.
my head as well.
I am a bird and I'm digging a hole, diggy 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 dig dig.
Oh dear. All right, so maybe I don't know, maybe not quite 6 feet, but you know, a pretty
A
substantial
couple
hole.
of feet. Yeah, I'm not. Ruth's gonna climb out once it gets too deep because he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get out.
Yeah, Vargas helps you out, just like throws you off.
I can catch you. I can catch you as you. Oh dear. Sort of swing you up. Whoop.
I may paralyze that falcon and leave him somewhere.
All
And I
right. Well,
won't feel
don't.
sorry.
Okay. Well, don't do it in a hole filled with red lyrium.
No, I'm not that cruel.
The haunted remains of the red lyrium falcon.
All right. So we've got a nice deep hole. We've got the gunpowder in the thing.
Yep.
The
now
pillow
we just gotta
is
lay
in
it
there as well.
Head count's done. Everyone's here.
Nice.
out. Everybody on the cart.
Everyone on the cart. The rope is nicely laid out.
Just
Ready to
lay it
walk
out as
together?
we're like driving away, slowly driving away. Right, we're at the end of the rope.
All right, Manny, stop.
If I were a
all
dumb
right.
thing, what if we just like laid a fell tree over the hole?
No, we're fine.
No.
We're all in the cart. We're a good 10 meters for now, and we're about to light it, and we're about to skedaddle the fuck out of here.
Okay. So are you back at where the tower was? Is that where you are now, or are you?
No, not.
However long the
I
walk is.
think the tower's a bit further away,
Yeah.
like at least 100 meters away. We don't want it getting caught in the blast.
Okay.
So we're only 10 meters from the hole, so it's still another
Yeah.
90.
Okay.
I'm gonna just wave at the tower to make sure they've got our attention. Get down!
All right.
Fire now!
Etc. Etc.
Okay. So you
Whip
shout at
those
the tower.
horses.
You light the fuse. There's a quite satisfying fizzing sound as the
Go!
cord shoots fire.
Go! Go, Benny, go!
Then there's a massive explosion.
I bet there is.
The ground trembles.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You look back as you watch this massive explosion that you can see behind you, and as the sort of dust settles, you see a very light, shimmering red dust in the air.
Okay.
Okay, recommendation. We go even further, and someone who has a fireball throws it at that dust. Have you ever heard of... Incidentally, have you guys ever heard of a dust explosion?
Yes.
You know, I told you guys this would be an issue, but then you went like, it's fine.
Yep. Hence the need for a fireball.
Well, I'll do my best.
unfortunately-
I'll take aim as best I can.
We're all just gonna go away behind the tower.
Yep, everyone hide behind the
maybe
tower.
I could climb this tower.
I mean,
and
just out of interest, are you expecting this to be like custard powder? Just so I know.
What's custard powder?
Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
I'm
Flour.
expecting this... Flour, yeah. I'm expecting this to be an explosion. Because of dust explosions, you know. I don't know if red lyrium is like flour. I've never eaten.
Yeah.
We should probably do it now instead of when it settles down.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
So what are you doing? Are you throwing the fire
Wraith.
into it?
Okay.
Should be, yeah.
Vargas
Big
Vargas
bloody
like
duck.
puts you onto his like shoulders to give you height.
Okay. And take aim with the staff.
Just aim somewhere in the middle of the dust cloud, I guess.
Uh,
Probably be
I
sufficient.
turn into a giraffe. Give you greater heights
Oh, bloody
advantage.
hell, mate.
Oh!
I've got to.
And then we will fire with a 13.
13.
Oh, jeez.
You launch a fireball into the middle of the dust. The fireball
down!
shoots at full speed until it gets into the dust area. Then it seems to stop. And as it stops, it starts slowly growing larger and larger.
Oh fuck.
And starts taking a very dark red tint to it.
Don't!
Oh
Okay.
God! Everybody in the tower.
Grab you, fall down to the cart.
Everyone in the tower, and also anyone on the tower, get down to the bottom of the tower.
Yep.
Anyone
Ruth is gonna ice the door.
and the trapdoor at the top as well, maybe.
Okay, Beppis is still with us. Beppis is still with us,
Beppis
right?
is just staring at the. Even you take him inside, he just turns to face wherever this fireball is. Even if he can't see it directly, he can just stare. He sort of stares through the wall at it.
Incidentally, rip the cart. Is the cart? Manny's in. I guess we just smack the horse and let it ride off as fast as it can.
Yeah.
It's the skeletal horse, though, is it not?
Oh yeah, it's skeletal horses.
Yeah, but
So
we
maybe
still
that
want to keep the cart. Smack it anyway.
True.
It's still a horse, even if it is just a skeleton.
Go back to camp as fast as you can. Go.
Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna ice the door and the little gaps
Walls.
in the window.
Yeah,
walls.
likewise, Wraith will get all over the walls on the side where the fireball's coming from.
Okay.
I guess Fargus exists.
Yeah, me
You-
too.
You wait on tenterhooks for several minutes. Nothing seems to happen.
Maybe a bad idea to stick my head up and see what happened, right?
Maybe.
Somebody's going to have to eventually.
So we're gonna have to. One of us is
Alright.
gonna.
We
Giraffe
can live
form.
here.
Giraffe form, buddy. Stick your
Okay,
head out of the trapdoor at the top.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just kind of like climb up and then shove my giraffe head out and look.
What you can see, about maybe 20-30 meters away from the tower, is a fireball that extends from the ground to quite high in the sky. It is rippling with like red veins, like deep red veins.
Ooh, that's
And
bad.
It's like a balloon getting thicker and thicker and thicker.
Is it going down to the ground or is it climbing up?
It
Or is
seems
it
to
just
be
centered?
slowly moving towards you. Very, very slowly growing larger and larger and moving towards you.
Towards us. As
Yes.
in directed towards us.
Well, it's
the
kind
tower.
of more... Think of it more as expanding rather than moving.
Think of the universe like a balloon.
But specifically, it is expanding towards us.
And everywhere else, but yes, towards us. Okay, so on the one hand, that's good because it's all in one area and concentrated.
It's not good. That's not good.
On the bad side, we may all die a horrible death very shortly.
Do we run and try and
no.
catch up with the car?
Fargus like comes down and goes like, okay, so bad news. We might have caused an apocalypse.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Why? What's it look like out there?
Good news, we will not live long enough to regret that. As long as we stay here.
All right. Well, I guess we're moving then.
Oh,
Okay.
quickly,
I would just,
unblock
just
the
make the
door.
cars run off.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
they've gone
Do you
far,
guys-
to be
you
honest.
You guys
It's not a
have, like,
fast horse. It's not a fast horse.
Hey, here's a question. Can you guys like shut off fire?
No.
With water.
Well, we could probably try and pop the flame, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't
just
think.
gonna-
I think you could have not recommended something at this point.
Okay.
I suppose
All
we'll
right.
have to wait until it's burnt its fuel. Who knows how far it's going to go before then?
I'm pretty sure it should have like went up if it was obeying any physics at this point. I think.
rarely obeys
down.
physics.
So who's to say it needs fuel?
Ah, that's an
I'm being
extremely
hopeful.
unpleasant point you've just brought up.
It's fueled by the lyrium, so
Quite a while then, I imagine.
yes.
Well, let's stop dawdling and get this door unblocked and get the hell out of here.
All right, let's
Okay. Okay. We shuffle out and just like stare at them.
Grab the guards, grab poor Billis, run back to the car.
We just like fast walk more than anything.
Yeah.
Quickly, we're just shoving them along.
I don't think we need to shove them for very long, except maybe Beppis.
As
But
you-
because once they see what's going on, they're gonna be...
As you leave and you start shuffling towards it, Beppis looks up at the giant ball and just goes, "Mother, you came for me."
I'm grabbing him and I'm gonna get someone to tie his legs and possibly arms while I carry him towards the cart.
But mother,
Bundle him in.
I must embrace my mother.
Yeah, well,
No,
tough shit.
no.
You're not going to. Come here, you.
Let's go. Just gonna help us all get in the cart, get everybody in.
Everyone in, real fast.
Maybe if we
Ready?
just like
Speed up.
maybe if we just throw like a chunk of ice into it. It's not like it can get worse.
I'd probably like leave.
No,
some ice.
it can get worse. Trust me, it can get worse. The reason it can get worse is at least now it is an extremely visible, horrifying object instead of, and this is the important bit, a finely dispersed, invisible problem that will cause us huge problems later on without us knowing the cause.
That we are the cause.
We are the cause
No.
now, and it's very obvious that we are the cause. However, it could be worse. Could be an invisible problem, contaminating the groundwater and all that horrible stuff. At least now it's
Yeah.
very obvious where the problem is and where it stops.
I love how we're like using Chernobyl as like the relatable thing. I love it.
Okay, so we're just like we back up like hundreds of meters away, and we're watching
Probably
it
still see it.
expand.
Yeah.
I probably still see it.
Yep, you return to the main camp, and as you're looking out the door, you see Yevon and several others standing, staring out the door you've just ran through, looking in the distance, going, "Is that a sun?"
No,
It's worse.
Oh, we probably made a sun. That's fun.
we found more red lyrium and we tried to
About yay big, that much red lyrium in a giant crystal in in the clothing chest of that Tavinta kid who decided that it was a good idea to try and give us slaves for some reason. Remember that guy? Yeah.
Glad to be rid of him.
and we took it out of camp and a distance to try and dispose of it, and
It was a lot of red lyrium.
it was
Things happen.
we may have overestimated it.
I told you we should put a tree over it.
Yevon sort of looks at all of you and goes, "You covered it, right?"
I said we should.
It's not well, it was covered with a chest. The chest exploded rather massively.
I don't know if covering it with anything to hand would have stopped that. And he points at the pillar.
Good.
At the 400-meter wide sphere of deep red, veiny, throbbing magic.
I'm just imagining the intense disappointment on Yevon's face right now.
What?
That's all I can see right now is like the absolute sheer disappointment in us.
I guess if there was a deep mine shaft, that might have been enough. But barring that,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
did the best we
Okay,
could.
so guys, considering that I kind of didn't really plan any of this, and I gave some good pointers of how we could have stopped, a lot of troubles along the way, I feel pretty good about, describing the fact that I actually have some kids now, and then he just kind of like fluffles his coat, and like little foguses suddenly peek out of the feathers.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
I forgot about them as well.
What do you mean he's been referencing them the entire episode?
Just about. So, you can't be angry at me now.
No, I actually
Well, I
forgot about the
suppose
baby
not.
Ferguson.
Why did you think he was talking about children and crumbing up bread?
I thought he was talking about Ruth having like adopted Juniper and like
yes.
refusing to adopt him.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, yeah. So, we're all gonna probably die in like the next hour. So I figured I shall.
Fergus, if I swear, if you say I told you so, I will kill you.
She's probably serious.
You
as
should have
well.
probably listened to me.
Just gonna take him by the scruff of the neck and just like haul him out.
Okay, so I'm going to give him as much detail as possible, being sure to point the finger as Tavinta gets as much as possible, whilst not necessarily
Downplaying our role. Downplaying our role.
Only a little bit, because technically we have caused a massive problem.
Yeah,
So
we just don't mention we decided to throw a fireball at it.
Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned that. I've just mentioned that it exploded. On the one hand, it's a horrible problem, but at least it's not finely dispersed dust that no one can see or is aware of.
Yevon is away at an emergency meeting most of the rest of the day.
I'm not surprised.
The night goes darker, and as the darker it gets, the more obvious this incredibly bright red veined glowing ball in the distance, it's growing larger by the second, becomes to the rest of you.
Well, I mean, why is there a specific reason why the Tavinta maid would bring in, a 2-kilo chunk of red lyrium?
The same reason people smuggled 2 kilograms of cocaine across the country. Reasons.
Because they can.
Yep.
Yes, there's all sorts over there in Tavinta.
Yes, your Tavinta lot are all power. Usually, you're all power hungry.
Thank you.
So, ideas. Maybe we could toss a bunch of ice into it.
Okay.
If it keeps expanding, we're gonna die. So why not?
I'll be honest, I don't have any better ideas.
I'm not sure if it's going to do anything. That's the thing.
So yeah, we just arm a bunch of cannons with giant ice balls and shoot it into the sun.
Maybe we should ask Yevon. Maybe we should ask Yevon what he suggests we do.
I think it's probably the wisest. We maybe should have asked him in the first place how we should have dealt with it once we'd found it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's leave it to our actual superiors to make the decision.
Yes, hopefully he's already formulating a plan.
That's why he's in the meetings.
Yes.
One moment. I just need to ask someone something very important.
Okay. Talk with him. Right. Imagine a hypothetical situation where there's a giant ball of a sun. What do you do with it?
Okay.
Anyway,
Yevon's probably talking to his mage advisor and just be like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck?"
So, as night comes on, most of you are struggling to sleep with this gigantic ball of fire. Like, it's brighter sun than any of you have ever seen.
God.
Beppis has long disappeared. You have no idea where he's gone.
Is it still growing?
It's still growing. It's getting bigger by the second. As dawn breaks, Yevon has come out of his meeting. He looks exhausted and he goes, "We've sent runners. We have no idea what to do with this." And as quick as that, there's a sort of sound like, and the light just goes out. Hang on, look at the better next sound better. The light just goes out, and you look over, and the sun is no longer there.
Which sun?
Just check which sun, yeah?
The big red ball of thing
Okay.
is no longer there.
The fake sun.
The fake sun
I'd like
is
to
no
point
longer
out you
there.
said as dawn rose and then the sun was gone. So, it's not an unreasonable concern.
That's fine. But yes, the big red ball has gone. And at this point, everyone kind of looks at each other, and you just hear Yevon go, "Has it just got darker, or is it just me?"
I think it finally burnt itself out.
Maybe we
I'm not
check
sure.
it in the morning.
Maybe we check it right this goddamn second.
I suppose we've got a responsibility to look into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yevon, do you want us to go and investigate it?
I'll send for a platoon to go with you.
Yeah, he doesn't want us to be alone.
Okay.
We'll go advance. We won't do anything until the platoon gets there, but we'll keep our eyes open.
So you make your way cautiously towards where it was. There's a gigantic crater where this thing expanded to. A singed, burning crater that still occasionally like shimmers with red.
Is it still up in the air?
No.
Is it just?
It seems to have taken up quite a large part of ground, and sitting in the middle of this gigantic crater, rocking back and forth, is Beppis.
Oh, Beppis.
Oh no!
Why were we looking for Beppis?
How did he get there?
He's embraced Mother.
How did he get back there? Oh, for God's sake. Yes, overnight.
I think I know how the fire stuffed out, actually.
So...
As you walk over to him, his skin is totally charred. His whole... apart from his armor, you wouldn't be able to recognize him. His hair has been singed off. He turns to look at you. His eyes are totally just red all the way across. There is no eye, no pupil, nothing. His skin is just burned away, and he just looks up at you and he grins like a child would and goes, "I'm back with Mother."
Wraith is backing up with his staff pointed directly at him. I don't like this one bit. I think we should just do him in and get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just stand back and wait for the platoon.
You sure he's going to wait for the platoon?
If he doesn't, we'll deal with that then. At the moment, we are waiting for the platoon.
Absolutely. Let's back up to the edge of the crater. I don't like being down in here with him.
No. Let's yeah. Everybody up at the top.
I take it the guard tower is probably log gone.
Yes. The guard tower has been completely
Consumed,
melted through.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
This crater is massive. It spawns easily a mile across.
Jeez.
And the only thing in the entire thing is this one humanoid figure sitting, rocking back and forth, gleefully smiling to itself.
Hopefully the few remnants of red lyrium that remain are going to be dispersed enough that it's not going to cause any problems. So, despite the fact that we've ruined a mile's worth of countryside, a mile squared of countryside,
circle.
Small price to play. Small price.
We have effectively caused. Basically, what we've done was taken a chunk of 2 kilos of lyrium.
Yeah.
We've expanded it into a problem a mile across, and then shrunk it again back to 75 kilos of human being. Ex-human being.
You said the crater was lined with red lyrium.
It's lined with a sort of. The ground is very burnt, sort of scorched earth, but it occasionally just shimmers with this red sheen.
Is that going to be a problem later on, Lawmaster?
I don't think so. It should be okay.
I guess when it's spread in a mile radius, it's probably fairly.
It's probably too small a particle as well for it to get a foothold. To then.
Yeah, it's just spicy. It's just spicy dot.
Yeah.
Just don't go there for a couple of years, and it'll probably be fine.
Okay.
I mean, not that you can do much with a crater a mile across, but incidentally, the word earlier I was looking for, sorry, this is a very important announcement, for a vertical mine shaft is marnière. It's the problem is the Wikipedia page is entirely in French, and so my translation, I can read it. Translation is a little bit harder because I've got to do code switching all the time. But basically, it's a chalk mining pit. They dug straight down and then straight across, and they are rather dangerous because they just put planks of wood and sod over the top to cover them up, and they're dotted all around the countryside in Normandy where I used to live. And I distinctly remember playing in the fields behind our house for quite a while. And then one day my parents said, "You're not allowed to go play in the fields anymore." I was like, "Why? You're not allowed to." So you're not allowed to go and play in those fields. There was apparently a number of these things out in that field. So I was not allowed out there again.
That's understandable.
Yeah, you don't want to have your own
We don't get to say this often, but good parenting done
Batman
there.
origin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't want your own Batman origin falling down the shaft.
No. But that's what I was thinking of. Would probably need to have on hand to dispose of that much red lyrium without blowing the ground apart.
So next plan is make sure it's in a sealed. It's mostly sealed or have some covering to it.
Yeah.
The explosion would probably have just burst it open though, unless it was that deep.
I'll be honest, it probably would have been worth a try.
Probably.
Oh well. Hindsight's 2020.
So
Alright,
It's 2023 now, so you're a bit late. 3 years late.
As you're sort of waiting there confused, the small platoon turn up with Yevon at the front, and as he gets, he goes, right, got them. What did it then?
At a point at Beppis.
Beppis? And
He got out during the
looks
night.
over and he goes, right, oh, okay. And he sort of very gingerly walks over and he goes,
It takes half a mile, yeah.
Captain Beppis,
I'd just like to imagine the whole platoon is just in a circle around Captain Beppis.
It's walking in slowly and he goes, Captain, are you still with us? And you just hear this,
Nope.
Well,
Crossbow at the ready, please.
and he just goes, I'm just gonna tap you a wee bit with a stick just to just to let you know what I'm about, but don't go swinging or nothing. And he just leans in with his stick and just taps Bevis on the shoulder, and you just hear this sound, and he just crumbles to dust.
Ooh. Red dust, I imagine.
Very dark, very, very, very dark ash. And you just see Evan go, right. Well,
It's probably for the best.
I just turns around and he's got a look in his face like I have no idea what the fuck to do now.
Well, on the bright side, he's got one hell of a burial location.
I know, right? Right, we should just dig another hole. We're digging another hole now.
Straight in the center of a mile diameter.
Contaminated soil.
I like the idea that because the fireball was expanding, and it's probably back into the center. We're actually digging a hole in the same place, left, forwards and back, left and right, but about that much deeper than the original hole, because we're now 400 feet below the surface.
Sorry, Beppis.
Yeah,
yeah, we just like dig like a good 2 feet of hole because we're already like 140 feet down as it is, and then we just like bury his ash.
I guess. Yeah.
Ruth's just standing there, just going, "I'm not doing anything. I'm going back to the house."
As you're sort of debating what to do, Evan just walks past and says, "Don't touch anything."
No.
And just keeps walking.
All right, fine. We're not touching anything. We're all going home.
I need a bath.
Okay, I guess.
You took a bath this morning.
No.
What are the? We need another one. What are the chances the ash is highly lyriumed, or do you think it's burnt its way through?
I think it'll be fine.
How badly is the danger alarm clanging on our Grey Warden senses?
I mean,
yeah, it's very hard to say.
Okay, I dig a little into like the dot around just to make sure there aren't flecks of, like, I don't know, actual Illyrium crystals, just like a shimmer of red. You said.
I imagine it'd be just like turn over the soil, like in Chernobyl, where they like just overturned, like they dug it with like movers and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
And that'll be fine.
Okay. It'll be all right.
Because then it's spread as well, and
Yeah.
better soil is on top.
You near one of the edges, you do pull the soil over just to see what would actually happen if you sort of to move it a bit. The soil just seems to be charred till about maybe a meter down. After that, seems to be about what you could expect for a lesion soil, but it's.
If this was like a normal volcano, this would be great fertile soil.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it would be.
I don't think anyone's going
But
to
it's
farm
not.
here.
Alas.
It'll be fertile for madness. That's about it.
It'll be fine. Give it a year or two.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to be particularly fond of coming here, seeing as it's now a crater, steaming crater a mile across. Even peasants aren't that stupid.
No.
Don't quote me on that, because I know you're going to quote me on that and make it so they are that stupid. I know how you think, Pup. Don't even think about it. Even peasants aren't that stupid.
Do you not remember the first village that we ended up in?
Yes, and I had harsh words with Pup about it, and so hopefully he's got the message. Haven't you, Pup?
Whether I've got the message or not doesn't change the fact what they do. I'm not in charge of them.
So, all of that's done, and I want to introduce you guys to these little guys. This is Fred, this is Freckles, this is Flim, this is Flam, this is Frederick. Don't mistake him for Fred. He likes Frederick.
That's a lot of them. How many have you got?
How many do I got?
As many as you want.
It's quite a significant number.
A substantial number.
It's like at least a few dozen. It's at least a few dozen of them, I think. I remember you saying.
Yeah, at least a few dozen. Probably approaching 3 digits. Something
Jesus.
like that.
Probably. There's probably quite a lot of them. They are.
Jesus.
So, yes. So, as the day closes and somewhere someone drawing a map just draws a big circle, scores out anything in the middle and just writes Beppis Crater on the map.
Good for Beppis. Like, he's got a place named after him. A killer burial spot. He left his mark on the world. We can all aspire to be Beppis.
It's a legacy.
Sure.
Alright, well, as that happens, does anyone have anything they wish to add before we wind up for today?
From now on in the food tent, like, you would find Fargus eating breakfast in the morning with his big old nest. Just, like, occupying an entire table and, like, feeding them crumbs.
Alright. Anyone have anything else to wish to add? Alright, well, that's the end of today's Dark Tide, but we just have a couple of little things to add at the end. Of course, we start with things I remember to do, such as, if you're looking for more wonderful dice or more things to augment your game, you can get money off with Penance RPG at the checkouts to dndice.co.uk and gemhammer.com. Both are wonderful things. You should totally go and spend some money on them because they're both wonderful stuff. Apart from that, we'll just run down what we're doing for the rest of the week. So the rest of the week we're doing tomorrow, I think Mr. Greg is back with his Verlasting Tales. So if you'd like some D&D goodness to go with your crazy carnage, that features both Amy and Eden, and that should be live tomorrow night on this channel. Tuesday should be Deep Rock, which is myself, Mr. Tom just here. Meow and Zeph play Deep Rock Galactic. After that, I'll be playing some indie horror of some weird and wonderful variety. Wednesday is Rat Run, which is our Mouse Guard Cyberpunk TTRPG, which is absolute chaos. And I'm looking forward to how it'll just get weirder, because I've one of the conversations me and Barry had off stream recently. But we'll see how that goes. Then Thursday is more indie horror, which I will be again playing some weird and wonderful stuff. I am trying to clear my backlog of, I think I've got 180 odd games. I'm trying to get through them as quickly as possible, so I can get on to do some more itch stuff. It sounds like it'll take me a long time, but I have been getting through like 7 to 10 games a week for the past couple of weeks, so hopefully it won't be too long to clear all them. Then we get on to some itch stuff, and that's going to be just carnage, so I'm looking forward to it. Friday is Satisfactory, again with myself and Mr. Tom. and Mr. Zeph as well, will be playing Satisfactory, trying to get the last few things sorted and try not to let the nukes explode, which is as good as we can do. Then Saturday should hopefully return to the Seamless LARP, which is myself, Belry, Eden, and Meow playing Elden Ring. Belry's been having to work late the last couple of weeks, so we've not been able to do it, but hopefully we can get back to it this week. So yes, that is that. That's everything we're going to do. Are you doing any streams at all yourself this week, Mr. Eden?
Probably Clone Hero on Saturday, but aside from that, probably nothing else. I will hopefully join you for Outrun, but work, we'll see. It's just intense at the moment, but that's the way it goes.
So if you'd like to find more from Mr. Eden, you can find it over at Monkey Magic Eden. So yeah, that is us, and I think then we will probably raid out to someone. So yeah, let me just see who's on. Darren is on. What the fuck is Darren? What the fuck is Darren playing?
The fuck is Darren? What is a Darren?
What is a Darren? I don't know. I don't know what it is Darren's playing, but of all the people online, we've got 2 people playing Dead by Daylight, 1 person playing Spider-Man, and Darren. So I think we're just going to go see Darren. But yes, Darren's an awesome streamer. He's a Scottish dude who lives in Korea. He does a lot of weird puzzle games and games he hates playing that people have told him to play because they're evil and force him. But yeah, Darren's a wonderful dude. We will go over and say hi to him. Thank you everyone once again for being along today. We'll be back with more Carnage in a few days. Till then, you all take care. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.